Welcome, everybody. We're here at InfoComm 2026 from Las Vegas, Nevada. I want to welcome everybody joining us live online. We're live on YouTube and our watch page. Hey, if you find this video useful, could you hit the like and share button? I'd so appreciate that. And if you have any feedback or comments after this interview, please go ahead and share those with us as well. I want to thank our sponsors in this event, Broadfield Distributing. Thank you very much. And then Foxcast, Tagboard, and LiveU. I really appreciate all their support. I want to introduce Jim from Broadfield. How you doing, Jim?
Good to see you again, John.
Good to see you too.
I feel like we just did this.
We did.
Yes, yes. It was 7 weeks ago. We were at the NAB show.
Yep.
And thank you for joining us again here at InfoComm.
Thank you.
Very different show, very different audience, right?
Yeah, it is actually more of a pro AV audience.
Yep.
A lot of IT-related type focus and activities here at this show, obviously with this. Anything you guys are seeing here at the event so far?
You know, we are traditionally from the broadcast AV space. And we've really seen the pro AV space where there's a lot of growth in the industry.
Sure.
A lot of the system integrators that are here are people that we're introducing Broadfield Distributing to. So where a lot of the products that we have here in our Broadfield Partner Pavilion, we're actually showcasing products from more than 20 different manufacturers from our line card. And I know we've done these booth tours before.
Yeah.
We will be live on our website at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, going through every single table. I really want to take the opportunity today to introduce the company and some of the things that we're doing to help Pro V integrators grow.
That'd be great.
Yes.
Let's do that. Well, I think that's a great kind of introduction in terms of like people to get to know the team themselves and kind of just talk about. We always talk about the products.
Yep.
But there's a team behind it.
Absolutely. You know, the great thing about the products is we can have FedEx and Freeman and all the union people put their hands on the boxes and get them here at the show.
Right.
But what we've done this year with InfoComm is we've brought a lot of our team out here, our executive team as well, to really promote Broadfield and the services and the growth of the company to the audience. So, John, I know you've met our president and CEO, Gary Patan.
I have.
I would love to invite him on the show to talk a little bit more about Broadfield.
Let's go and do that. Let's do right
Gary,
now.
come on in.
Thank you so
for
much.
Joining us.
Thank you, John.
Good
Great job. I couldn't be at NAB, but I loved watching your videos that you did with us, and it was just a great job.
Oh, thank you.
And I love even more that you use some of the products we sell, and I love that LiveU.
Yes, exactly.
So
we are.
Great
We're
stuff.
putting it to full use in this entire time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining with us. Maybe talk a little about, the company and about the organization and kind of what you guys, in terms of what Jim just kind of kicked off.
Cool, I'd love to. Broadfield Distributing is a family business. We're out of Long Island, New York, Mineola. We've been around for over 35 years, and we're very excited about the growth that we've had. Sure. We were a company that leaned into AV over IP when most people couldn't even get it to work. And one of the things that we did is we had the expertise and the people, and we've always prided on that self, that we have customer service and support before and after the sale for our dealers, educational. We do videos like you do to educate people. We added a whole team of sales engineers to help people make sure everything works together and works right. And the Pro AV, Pro Video merger to Broadcast AV, we feel we're a leader in it. And we feel at this show, there's so many new resellers and integrators who've been doing stuff, but they didn't realize there's a partner out there in Broadfield Distributing who can help them make sure the sale's the right sale and sell it correctly. One of the things that we've seen is a lot of the smaller integrators, they'll buy parts like what we sell, but they'll buy it from an e-com box house or Amazon thinking they got the right thing.
Right.
They can call us and get consultation and make sure it's the right thing.
Right.
They can get the right price. They can get programs to sell it. They can be finding out what we give RMAs and service like that. But even more important, for those guys who are the smaller dealers, I want to remind you, if you buy 4 things from one reseller and 6 online, you sold 10.
Yeah.
If you bought them all from me, you're a bigger fish. More than that, I get to tell my vendors, I got a guy who's buying 10 of these, you got to talk to them, and you get some exposure who you are. That doesn't happen if you're buying the stuff from e-com sites, plus you're paying retail, which, I don't pay retail for anything, let alone products that I sell. So I just think people need to understand as a distributor who's dedicated to making them successful. One of our mottos is you'll like doing business with Broadfield Distributing because we make it easy to do business. Our credit people are flexible. We try to work with you. We have many different ways to do that. I think, for these companies who are in the Pro AV space, installers looking to get into Pro Video and Broadcast AV, we think we're a great partner for them to have to help them grow.
Well, I think that's an important part of Broadfield. Both you and Jim, not only are you guys, in terms of the building, just kind of what you just covered, but given the exposure like on the liquid lunch that you do, on the live streams,
Yep.
you know, even beyond the scope of just this event, right,
Yeah.
and showcasing, there's other ways you kind of promote the activities.
We're a great marketing engine, and there's no one in the industry better than my man Jim
Yes.
and what he does. And, you know, we do 2 shows a week. We do one for end users to drive demand and another one for the dealers. But the other thing that I'm very proud of, we have really increased our sales team. We grew from, 6 or 7 people to 18 people with the team and the pre-sales team. And we're not just adding people. We're adding some very well-known industry people who really come with years of experience and leadership and relationships. And we're really excited. And, I think we're growing into a growth year. During the pandemic, our business zoomed. No one knew whether it was going to go down or plateau. There are a lot of VC companies who believe the hockey stick was going to go on forever, but that doesn't really happen. So we plateaued for a few years, and we're back on a growth curve, and I'm really excited about it. And I think it's because we've invested in good people. It takes great people to make a great company, and I'm very proud of the people who we have. And our sales team, I will put it against anyone's in the industry. We know our stuff. We know our products. We know our programs. And when we tell you we're going to do something, we do it. If it goes wrong, we're going to bend over backwards to make it right. And that's what really separates us from the billion-dollar mass distributors who are out there.
And I think probably just as you kind of hit on that, just for a quick moment, I think one of the important parts of this show that I've been asking people to hear at the show, that we do, the live streams we've done, is we're here today. We see where the industry's at today. What are some of your quick thoughts on what next, the bigger picture, right? Where we're heading?
It's broadcast AV. And, it was a term that we were kind of using that really hit and took hold. But I think more than that, it's the ability to do more with less. But I don't think we're going to replace people. Our business is getting creative people, storytellers, the ability to tell their story.
Exactly.
And whether it's a live sporting event, doing what you do for Event here, whether it's someone trying to do episodic TV or a cooking show or a fishing show, you're creative making stuff. The world between the technology and IT merging, lowering the cost of entry, the fact that we have remote workflows where you don't have to have everyone in a concentrated place, and then add where you can use AI as a tool, not to replace creativity in any way, to be a tool that creative people can do that much more. So, if you're the big studios and you work for those guys, I'd be a little worried. But if you're a little creative guy who's thinking, I got this idea for a story, a show, a movie, whatever, it's there for you now. You don't have to get someone to give you $1 million to make shows. I think the greatest example of that is the top, they're probably not the top 2 anymore because the Spielberg movie just came out. For a while, the top 2 grossing movies in America were from guys who grew out of YouTube. And that independent influencer, independent guy who's out there making content is a backbone of our industry now. You guys are very important. There's a lot of stuff to sell you because you like getting the new and latest stuff. But more than that, what you want to do is be bigger than you are. And look what you're doing here with a crew of 2. 4 years ago, you would need 6 people to do this in a truck somewhere. And a satellite up like that. You would have probably been paying more an hour than you did for all the equipment you have doing this right now.
True. That's so true. And that's kind of probably the transition now we're kind of seeing is the Lightweight production story is kind of like you can now take a smaller crew, still have the same approach in terms of quality and everything else and scale and doing that exactly on.
And I think the amazing thing about live is it comes across as more authentic, and it is. But you could still edit it down to the sound bites that, unfortunately, our society has been. So you're doing this show, you'll pull some 30-second, 1-minute sound bites for your social media, draw people in.
I know we will.
But also from that point of view is if you think about what you're doing in the live show, you start thinking in terms of creating those sound bites as you talk and making sure you hit them. It doesn't detract from anything, but you're going to multi-purpose everything. And that's the other big thing that's happening is whatever you're producing, you have to be thinking, I'm producing this for multiple formats, multiple ways. People might be watching it vertically on their phone. They might be watching it on their big screen TV, in their house. They might be working on a wall the size of a stadium. But it's all content and creativity. And the beauty is with a world where we can all do 4K, we can cut that stuff up any way we want. It's going to look great.
And it is absolutely. And I think that's kind of like the goal that you guys are talking about here at the show is like, you should hit on that. Obviously, there's other attributes that you wanted to, we've talked about in terms of the LED screens, all the different parts and components like that. I'm creating the show and showing the the breadth and the depth is what I'm trying to get to in terms of the products you guys offer to be able to do that, to support that storytelling process.
LED screens is a great example of technology coming down, but it's not just, it's coming easier and less expensive. And I know you're going to talk to Cutter in a little bit, right?
And I was going to say that might be the perfect introduction.
I was going to say.
Because one of the things that Gary alluded to is just the growth of the company.
Sure.
And some of the different technology that we have here in the booth. We're standing in front of some gorgeous LED screens.
Yep.
The newest from Epson, which is the M54. And the great thing about that, I'll let Cutter introduce in a moment.
Sure.
We have an LED video wall specialist that is working with our system integrators to make sure that we can identify the right wall for the right project for the right opportunity. And that's what kind of makes Broadfield a little bit more different and special.
Absolutely.
In doing that. So, Gary, you want to introduce Cutter?
Cutter Stevens has come to us. He's our LED video wall specialist. And I got to tell you, it's really exciting to have someone who can. Cutter's an engineer. He knows his stuff, but he's also a great, fun guy to talk to. And one of the things that he's been telling me about is how this technology is not just getting less expensive, but it's getting easier to install and to use so that you don't have to have a licensed level 3 technician to put this stuff in. So I'm not going to say everything Cutter's going to say because he's looking at me, he's like, don't steal my script. So I'm going to say, Cutter, here you go. And I'm going to say, thanks, John. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you, Gary, so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hi. So I've been brought in as part of the sales engineering team to pretty much manage nationally all our apps and video wall sales. Each of the team has a different kind of specialty, but we work together. So our resellers can not only get the video wall that they need, but the camera, the speakers, the streaming, whatever. And we work with the sales force for whatever project.
Very cool.
Right now, we are looking at a bunch of new products that I'm really looking forward to. M54, which is a VESA-mounted high-end video wall that can take the place of any old LCD screen that's been hanging around since the early aughts. To the, our KLCOBs, which can be 90 feet wide if you need it.
And I think that's the cool thing about with Epson and some of the other vendors in the industry is that even now the past few years is seeing the development and progression of the technology to create that more immersive experience in terms of, live production or a church or another organization that takes what you're talking about here and implements in their own environment.
Yeah.
Being able to do that.
And the neatest thing, especially as far as like the House of Worship and I'm not going to say lower end projects, but the I need to shoot the Mandalorian projects.
Right.
Is not only are those getting much less expensive, but we are taking the newest technology and bringing it into that market.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that, and I appreciate that. That's a great. Is there anything in terms of before you go, talk about what we have here today, kind of again, like I talked about with Gary, the what next, right? Looking at the bigger picture. As these vendors kind of further enhance and they're using other software like Disguise and others in the industry in terms of doing that?
Yeah, I mean, the feeding of the screens is not just, your television signal or your SCI signal. We're getting into software that can generate what you need through Unreal Engine and other AI-generated things, which are becoming easier and easier to use for your average, human. Exactly. And with some of these newer technologies where everything's built in, you don't need the $5,000 Novastar or Brompton controller to deal with everything. You can kind of do everything from your phone if need be.
Right.
And it's just becoming more and more integrated and more easy to use.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's fantastic. So as we kind of...
Cutter, thanks for joining us. And John, Cutter is our newest member of our sales engineering team. We have a sales team that is available to all of our integrators territorially around the country. And that team has grown a lot in the past year. Our sales engineering team is there to help find the right screen for the project, help build the right quote. Even on the equipment you're using with LiveU.
Yeah.
LiveU is traditionally a complicated sale because you have to add modem and services and contracts and all this support.
Right.
our team can help put those quotes together super easily, that it allows integrators that might not have had the experience, and they're approached by someone who wants to do a trade show like you do.
Sure.
We have the experience to say, these are all the components you need. This is how you enable your clients to get up and running. And especially in this room like this, where the pro AV guys are getting into the broadcast world, those questions and conversations happen all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Which is key.
I mean, I know we just had this conversation at NAB. You, up until a few weeks ago, were you coming to InfoComm? Were you not coming to InfoComm?
It was kind of up in the air.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I bet you're glad you're here.
Yes, I am glad I'm here. And we're very appreciative of the fact with you guys, and thank you again, because I think that's been one of the cool things, is that we can kind of work on bringing people to the audience and kind of giving them the opportunity to be part of the event, even if they're not here.
Absolutely. So we talked a lot about the services that we have available for the pro AV integrators who are getting into the space. One of the more exciting things that we did, brand new announcement, press release hit first thing this morning, is we're also adding to our team to support the higher end integrators, the names that everyone knows through the channel. These are the integrators that are working on the large stadium projects, the digital signage in arenas, the cameras and everything going that. So I wanted to take a moment to introduce you to Vince Calcano. Vince, come on in.
Hey, Vince. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Right.
Thanks.
Good to have you here.
Great to meet you. Thank you, Jim.
So Vince actually joins us from VizRT. He was working with VizRT supporting that dealer channel that we just talked about.
Thank you.
And now he's doing it. He traded in the orange for blue. And now he's doing it for Broadfield.
I think blue's a much better color.
Indeed.
So, that's my favorite color.
Yes, most of my wardrobe's blue. So, Jim, thanks. This is a thrilling opportunity for me. As he had said, I came from VizRT working with the strategic partners across the entire country. When this was offered to me, I just absolutely couldn't resist it, because VizRT was great, but I was only able to help these folks with one product. Now with Broadfield, I can come in and I can reach out and I can help them with a full line of product, looking to do really exciting things with these system integrators, to where we can partner more to bring full solutions to shows, bring full solutions to their end users. And just super excited to be able to take the relationships that I've got and to work with them. Of course, Broadfield being the best distributor in the industry is fantastic. Nobody else puts the true focus on our system integrators the way Broadfield does. So I'm looking forward to, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited to be working with Broadfield, because they know how to truly have that customer focus. And that's what I'm all about. So super excited. Today's actually day one, so lots to learn. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah.
What a way to kick it off.
Exactly.
Hey, with microphone in his hand,
exactly.
right?
Hey, by the way, Vince, you're going to be on microphone.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, when they said, hey, love to have you, of course, first thing I said is, I've got to be at InfoComm.
Yeah.
I've got all of the partners I've worked with here, and everybody can't wait to show up in my shiny new uniform, and couldn't be happier about it. Just ecstatic about making the move.
Well, I'm excited to hear the announcement and the expansion of, from a Broadfield perspective, to have another part of the level of expertise you're bringing to, like you talked about and Gary brought up, in terms of team focus, working with those integrators and helping support them with the number of family of products that obviously Broadfield offers, but helping kind of, like you mentioned, the experts behind the scenes, right?
Yes.
Helping advising and helping kind of provide that back-end support that both you and Gary talked about. So,
Absolutely. It's amazing how when you sign the guy's paycheck, how he has such nice things to say about you.
I know, he is. Everything's good.
I didn't get that paycheck yet. I said it even before the paycheck came. So, no, happy to be here. So.
Yeah, it's all, I think that the beauty of this is that you can be here and add another extension of value as part of this part. So, VizRT, obviously well known within the industry in terms of its capabilities. Obviously, Broadfield carries the VizRT product line. But in addition to this other things you bring to the table. So I'm really excited about the announcement and excited to meet you.
Great. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
John, I know it's a little bit different. We usually walk you around, introduce you to all the products. Today, you got to meet the people behind Broadfield.
This is good. I think a lot of times we talk about the products, we kind of go around, and that's good.
Yes.
But it's also good to meet the people behind the scenes.
The product is only one half the story.
Yeah.
And it really is. I hope that's the message that we were able to communicate today, is it's the people that puts it all together. And I know that you will be doing some other interviews here at our booth and at some of our partner booths here on the show. I'll leave the product introductions to them. It's really looking for the solutions in house of worship, education, corporate AV, sports production, The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian. That's a big one.
Everything in between. We really try to find the right workflow.
Sure.
And like you've done with your channel in trying to share the story of how you're producing the content, we like to do that too. I love, by the way, the case study that you just put together with Panasonic.
Thank you very much. That was something at NAB. Obviously, you're in the picture, and as part of that process. But that was an exciting. And I think it's kind of. I sort of told somebody earlier here at the show is that, it's important for us to not just talk about the technology, but show it in action.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you have the kind of the behind-the-scenes story. And so I was very appreciative of Panasonic and their support along with you guys. So that was a phenomenal, and I'll put a link in the comment, the description for this, but that was a good and there's actually a video as a footnote to that talks a little bit about what we're doing from a Live Anywhere live production story.
And our team is actually building the quotes and the bundles that take the Lumix cameras with the LiveU solutions and putting that all together. So now, when we have someone like you, who's an expert in the industry, sharing the behind-the-scenes content of this is how we did it, and this is the equipment we used, and now we're able to turn that into a line-item quote that starts telling that story, that's what really brings everything together.
No, I think it does. In fact, that's kind of one of the key elements that where we're hitting on is where we're able to integrate the Lumix S1, the latest edition of the S1 camera line, as well as the box cam from a Pro AV perspective. So I think, at the end of the day, it's great to work with Broadfield, and as part you guys work on this, again, talking about the packaging, the solution, and the bundling is the ability to showcase the setup and everything.
Absolutely. And again, I love that you're creating this content. The fact that the technology exists, that you can set up this quickly and stream live from a busy trade show floor in Las Vegas is actually amazing. I'm just grateful we're in air conditioning.
Yes, I am grateful. It is a bit warm out in Las Vegas right now.
Warm?
Yeah.
Warm is an understatement. There's the surface of the sun, and then there's Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Yes.
Hey, thank you so much again for your time and this opportunity to meet the team, talk about this. I really, really appreciate it. We appreciate it. And I love working with you guys.
It's always a pleasure, John. Thank you so much.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Jim. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining with us. If you have any comments or questions for the Broadfield team, for Jim or anybody, please feel free to share, ask, or whatever. You might see where you see this live or the archive of the video out there. I'm going to bring up a QR code on the screen. That QR code is going to link to a watch page. Get more information about what Jim and I are talking about in terms of what we're doing here at the show, but also what we're doing as a whole on the production from a Live Anywhere perspective in terms of an initiative, as well as the companies we work with and partner with. So I want to appreciate everybody for your time, appreciate the Broadfield team and everybody with us today. We'll join you in the next session in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
That was excellent.
It was good.